Hey, Mr. Peyton, how you doing?
Thank you.
Hey, Joy, good to see you.
Yeah. Yes.
How you doing?
Awesome.
Great. Glad to hear.
Yeah. We had an awesome visitor, Miss Gardner. My stars. She was off the chain. She put it out there. I was like, okay, I get it. It's amazing. She was amazing. Yes.
Excellent. That's good to hear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot. Hold on, because my cake, I want my cake to go bad. Hold on.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Well, Miss Murphy, welcome. Good to see you.
Hey, Mr. Peyton. Let's hear
Hey,
your
Terry.
voice. It's me, Terry.
Hey, Mr. Peyton, how are you?
Hey, Miss Alize, good to see you.
Hello, family. Happy Sunday.
Hey, Shauna.
One day I'll say by way of Mexico. I'm tired of saying
Well,
nothing.
you can say it one day soon. Well, Miss
Nothing
Klein's and
Virginia
Fred,
doesn't sound as exciting as Mexico.
it's definitely exciting. We had a wonderful day today. Went to church, and after church, we went to Sunday brunch with Kim Melia and her fiance Mike Fedek and some new friends. And then after that, we went to this little new beach club called the Punta Mirasol Beach Club, which is great. Just sit out on it's a pretty grassy area right on the lake. Got food, drinks, a little play area for the kids. It was great. It was one of the best Sundays I think we've had in a long time, just relaxing and enjoying after having a great brunch. But Fred and Diane, they'll be able to say, coming to you live from Mexico. They're going to be here on Wednesday. Diane Klein and her husband Fred will be here in just a couple of days. Looking forward to their visit. Can't wait for them to get here.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, excited.
Clients taking over Mexico.
I don't know if she's taking over, but looking forward. So who's next? I mean, had the Dazzies, now we got the Klein, Miss Klein's and Fred, and just waiting on who's next. Still, I got 7 o'clock. All right, let's get this call started. Fantastic. It's 8 o'clock Eastern time, 7 p.m. here in Mexico. Welcome to our Sunday night team builders training call for Team Prosperity Partners. My name is Russell Pete. It's my pleasure to welcome you to tonight's call. And as you come into the call tonight, if you haven't already done so, give us your name and where you called in from. That way we know that you're on the call and we know where you're from, because there may be someone on the call who knows someone not far from you, or you may know someone not far from someone else. So you know that you've got an amazing group of business partners all over North America ready to help you grow and expand your business here in Legal Shield. So as you come into the call, give us your name, where you're calling in from. I see a lot of our leaders on the call already. So who's out there? Give us your name, where you're calling in from.
Terry Allen, Louisville, Kentucky.
Hey, Terry Allen from Louisville, always on the call. One of the first today. I think Joy Beecher, she's the first on the call tonight, Terry. Just you got to get a little earlier now. The early bird gets the worm, but I think Joy Goodman got you tonight. Who else is out there, guys? Come on, give us your name. Just don't wait. Just chime in. Your name, where you calling?
Mike Harrington, Chesapeake, Virginia.
Hey, Mr. Harrington, glad to have you on the call, sir, as always.
Octavia Thomas, Louisville, Kentucky.
Hey, Octavia, glad to have you on as always.
Thank
Bernadette
you.
Jackson, Lane, Texas.
Hey, Bernadette, glad to have you on the call. Good to hear your voice, as always.
Tillis Alice Day.
There she is,
Northern
one of
Virginia.
our top executive directors, top ring earners, future platinum executive director, future six-figure income earner here in 2022.
Eric
glad to have you on
Rowe,
the call
Leesburg,
today.
Virginia.
Another one of our top executive directors, soon to be another six-figure ring earner on our team. Glad to have you, Eric Rowe. Good to see you. Looking fabulous. Love that picture. You look like $1 million.
Mr. Hale from Johnsburg, PA.
Hey,
Thank
Paul,
you.
glad to have you on the call, Paul, as always. Welcome. Who else is out there?
Cindy Marvin, Atlanta.
Hey, Cindy. We see you, Stacy. Thanks for chiming in via chat. Stacy Martin's on the call. She says she has no voice. We've been praying for you, Stacy. Glad you're feeling better, at least enough to hop on the call. Glad to have you.
Kevin Adams, New Orleans.
Hello, Kevin. Glad to have you on the call. Welcome to the call tonight.
Linda T from Charleston.
Hey, Linda T, another one of our top executive directors, soon to be six-figure ringer. Look, y'all, I'm just claiming it, put it out there into the universe so the universe can conspire to do all of you good. All of our executive directors are on track running for their $50,000, $100,000 income rings. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be the year. What we've got planned for you guys, what we put in place is going to propel this entire team and take all of our leaders to their goals here in 2022. Who else is out there, guys? Give us your name, where you're calling in from.
I am Baylines, Savannah, Georgia.
Hey, Mr. Baylines, glad to have you on the call, sir, as always. One of our top executive directors, top incumbents on our team as well.
Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie, I see you out there. Dexter, I know you're trying to chime in, sir. Welcome to the call.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everybody, family.
Glad to have you on as always, sir, as always.
Yeah,
All right, guys, hey, take a minute. We've got
from
about 2 more
Atlanta,
minutes.
Georgia.
Hey, Melissa, glad to have you on, Miss Kay. Hey, take this minute, guys, with just a couple minutes left in our roll call tonight. Take a minute to send out a quick text message, even make a quick phone call to your associates, your teammates. Remind them about the Sunday team call. This is our team builders call. This is where we get together, kind of our huddle every week. The entire team comes together on Sunday nights. Remind them, don't just assume that because you remember the call that they're going to remember the call. Don't assume that you saw the reminder in the group chat that they're going to see it. So just send out a quick, and just remind them. It's one of those leadership moves as you begin to build a team. You want to stay in constant communication with your team. Make sure they know. That way they can get the information that they need. You have to be the one to always give it to them. Where they can plug in, get the knowledge, the training, the inspiration, motivation, without you having to be the one to try to always pump them up and give the information that they need. So take a moment, send out a quick text message, get them on the call tonight. It's going to be another great call like it is every week. All right, guys, last 1 minute to go. Last call for roll call. If you haven't already done so, give us your name, where you're calling in from.
Reginald Reed out in Washington State.
Hey, Mr. Reginald Reed, good to see you, sir. Glad to have you on the call as always, sir.
Robert Cathy Jr. from the great state of Georgia.
There he is, Mr. Cathy Jr. Glad to have you on the call, sir. Would be a call without you.
Shirley Harvey, St. Louis.
There she is, Shirley. Is it warming up out there at all, Shirley? Still cold, still snow? Y'all still snow?
Well, it's getting a little bit better.
Come on down to New Mexico. Anybody, you can get a direct flight.
All
Right
right.
to Guadalajara. Come on down. It's nice. I think, guys, it got down like 71 today, just so y'all know.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
I know.
awesome.
It's a tough life. Somebody's got to do it. Why not me? All right. Anybody else out there, guys? Last call for roll call. Here we go. Last call for real. If you haven't already done so,
Mark
give us
Smith,
your name, where you're calling
Minneapolis.
from. Hey, Mark, glad to have you on the call. Another one of our top leaders. Welcome. Anybody else? Last call.
Flora out of New York, Mr. Beaton.
Hey, Flora, it's good to see you. Wouldn't be a call without you either. Glad to have you on the call tonight. With that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and mute the lines and call our roll call good for tonight. Another folks and our co-host, guys, if you could just let people in from the waiting room as we get into our bright spots tonight. My favorite part of the call, if this is your first time on our Sunday team call, or if you're brand new to the team, welcome to our Sunday night team builders call for Prosperity Partners. That's our team. We call ourselves Prosperity Partners. We do this call every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we do our roll call for about 5 minutes. Then we jump into this part of the call. My favorite part is called our bright spots. This is our recognition period of the call. We get to recognize you for the fantastic job that you're doing out there protecting and empowering families and building your business by also recruiting others, other business partners onto your team and teaching them how to go out there and protect and empower families, because that's basically what we do. We protect and empower individuals and families and small businesses, and we recruit others and teach them how to do the same thing, all on a part-time or even full-time basis. So, but this is the part of the call where you get to recognize yourself, recognize your team, and we want to recognize you for the phenomenal job that you're doing out there building your businesses. So sorry to toot your own horn. In fact, our motto here at Team Prosperity Partners is if you don't get enough recognition, you should recognize yourself. So don't just sit and wait, oh, I wonder if my sponsor is going to tell everybody that I got faster qualified, that I protected their family. No, you got to raise your hand and let us know that you protected a family, that you faster qualified or moved up. Because if you don't recognize yourself, ain't nobody else going to recognize you. That's probably not totally true. Someone's going to recognize you if you're out there doing a great job. But anyway, great stuff. Who wants to kick things off tonight? I normally kind of kick things off, but I don't have anything that prepared to share with you guys in terms of bright spots. Although we had a phenomenal month, as I told you, in January, and it looks like it's already off to a great start. We're only 6 days into February, and I can tell you guys, the momentum is carrying over into February. We're going to have a great February, even an amazing March as we head right into our 50th anniversary celebration. But who wants to kick things off tonight with bright spots? Nobody? Everybody wants to be shy?
I'll kick it off. This is
All right,
Kevin
Kevin.
Adams.
Hey.
I've been getting a lot of clicks and been almost got 2 closing on a membership. And tonight I actually booked my flight to go to Oklahoma.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about, Kevin Adams. Congratulations, sir. Out there, making exposures, looking to protect a couple of families. But man, Kevin, as much as we protect families, that's what we do. I don't think there's anything better you could have done than getting yourself prepared to head to our 50th anniversary celebration, AKA our international convention in April. It's going to be an amazing and unforgettable event, one that we will talk about for many, many years to come, possibly even decades to come. It's going to be that sort of event. The company's pulling out all the stops. Plus, it's our 50th anniversary of this amazing company that's allowed us to bless others and bless our families at the same time. So I'm excited for you, man. I can't wait to see you in Oklahoma. And we got a lot of great stuff planned for the team, a lot of team events around the event. I've been in communication, maybe I'll share that later in announcements, but I've been in communication with our upline. We come from a great lineage in Legal Shield. We all come from good stock, if you will. And we're going to help you guys understand that in Oklahoma. So, all right, guys, thanks, Kevin, for sharing. Congratulations to you again, sir, out there doing what we do every day. Anybody else? Who else is next?
Mr. Peden.
Hey, Mr. Gilbert, go for it.
Yeah, first of all, again, good evening, everybody. Good evening, family. I just want to give a great shout out to Mr. Rob, Kathy, Coach Kathy, for bringing on a new associate here the other day, Miss Tanisha Gathing, and today marketing another individual membership, a full combo plan. So kudos to Mr. Kathy, way to go, leading by example, and we're just so super proud of him, sir. So again, kudos to him, and just want to recognize all the team members that are on the call today. Again, as I said, each and every week, half the battle, as you say, Mr. Peden, is just showing up to the events, getting the information. And so for that, we are so grateful and glad and proud that they have showed up to take the time to get the information that is provided from this platform. Back to you, sir, and thank you so much.
Well, thanks, Mr. Dexter Gilbert. I appreciate that. Guys, you know what? I say this for the last few weeks. Dexter Gilbert, he's got a great team, really starting to grow. He's picking up some momentum, and he always recognizes his team for the little thing of just showing up on the call, because as we talk about, it's what's easy to do is also easy not to do. It's easy to hop on the Sunday team call. It's also easy not to, with everything going on in your life, your family. But that's a big deal. Half the battle is just showing up, because what we do is not hard. It's not easy, but it's pretty simple. And if we'll just stick to it, to the simple exposures and follow up, we'll get the results we're looking for. Congratulations to you, Mr. Cathy Jr., on your new associate out there kicking apps and taking names, sir. Congrats. Anything you want to say about your new associate? Is she on the call tonight, sir?
Well, good evening, family. Sorry for not having the camera. My camera's not working. But no, she had to work this evening. But nobody knew this, but I had a procedure. Well, I brought her on Thursday. I went into the hospital and had a procedure Friday, but I wouldn't let them wheel me into the operating room until I got Tanisha on the phone and we did our game plan interview and got everything ironed out. Well, the doctors and nurses were standing around twiddling their thumbs. And I prospected a couple of the nurses as well, as they sat there and listened to me go over the interview with Tanisha right before I went into my surgery. But I'm just so proud of her. She's super excited. And I just see a bright future for her in this company. And we're just going to pick her up and hold her and guide her and show her the way and just take care of her. And once again, I just want to congratulate Tanisha Gathings for taking that leap of faith and just joining our train to time and financial freedom. Back over to you, sir.
Oh man, well, man, that's one right there. I mean, we've had many of our leaders, guys, in the hospital, prospecting doctors and neighbors post-surgery or pre-surgery. But I've never heard of anybody as they're being wheeled down the hallway to surgery saying, "Hey, hold on a second. I've got to do a welcome call for my new associate and make sure that we do her game plan to get her set up before." Because that's pretty amazing. That's talk about commitment. That's pretty crazy. Well, congratulations, sir. Not only for recruiting a new associate, but doing whatever it took to make sure you did the game plan interview and the welcome call. That's what it's all about.
Hey,
But,
Mr. Pete. Oh,
go ahead, Dexter.
Go ahead, Dexter.
Let me say once again, really quickly to piggyback, I just want to say, give a huge shout to Miss Rachel Osafe Curtis. She is one of the newest recruits of Mr. Paul Hale out of Pennsylvania. She's been around for almost maybe a year, but she's been a little shy and she's been coming around a little bit more. And so I just want to recognize her because here in the past couple of weeks ago, she's been showing up. So we just want to give a shout out to Miss Rachel Curtis. Thank you for showing up. And again, the best is yet to come. So we look forward to hearing your story as well. Back to you, sir.
Thanks, Dexter. I mean, that's a great leader there, guys. Always recognizing the folks that are on the call. Rachel, welcome to the call. Glad to have you back and active. So look, you're taking this baby steps, Rachel. We're all moving the business, building our business at our own pace. That's the great thing about this business is there's no one way to do it. So if now is a better time for you, just follow our system and a little bit by a little bit. Just now you're showing up. Now you just want to start making a few exposures. Maybe just start with one exposure every couple of days, and you can work yourself into a habit of maybe one a day, and then maybe up to 2 a day. But we're glad to have you on the call. We'll just take baby steps, and we want to hold your hand every step of the way. And take you to whatever level of success you desire, Rachel. But thanks for being on the call tonight. And thanks for recognizing her again, Mr. Gilbert. We appreciate that. All right, Tillis, I'm sorry, you were trying to chime in. Tillis?
Yeah. So I do want to recognize a couple people. First of all, Miss Sharon James, I'm not sure she's on, and she protected a couple of families. I also want to recognize Miss Erica Rowe. It looks like she also protected a family, of course, And then Mr. Darnell Ravenel, we did, I'm sorry, not Mr. Ravenel, but Miss Erica, did 2 launches for her 2 new people this week, and hopefully they're on. Because they did, I think her, Latia, I think her name is Latia. Sorry, guys. I just came from the gym, so I'm a little rattled. Latia had an amazing start. She's a phenomenal young lady, and I just can't wait to see her. She's definitely a leader. I also want to congratulate Marsha for getting registered for the convention. Yes, Marsha is all registered. She is going to be there. Her and Linda are making their accommodations right now. I'm super proud of that Tech Sierra team. So they're really doing, I think Linda has her daughters coming and Marsha. So we just need to get a couple more people because our goal is to get to 100 people at the convention. So we're working really hard to get that done, sir. So yeah, just people going mad first of the month, that's what we do. And so I'm super excited for everyone. Back over to you.
Well, thanks, Ms. Alizé. Thanks, Gillis. I appreciate that. And you know what? You said something, Gillis, that a little secret, guys, and Gillis is going to go platinum this year, get her $100,000 plus, maybe $150,000 ring here in 2022. But tell us, one way to absolutely guarantee that happens is you get 100 people to the convention, and then that'll happen. They say in this industry, guys, once you've built a team large enough where you can get 100 of your team members to a live event. That means where they have to get on a plane, fly to a city, stay a couple nights in a hotel, attend a corporate event. You can write yourself a financial freedom check, meaning that you are set for life in terms of an income. You'll have 6 figures from home for life. That's what they say. So, they also say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So I'm not sure if that's, I can tell you that I believe that's 100% true. So why not set a goal to get 100 people at one of our corporate events? And it could be this upcoming 50th anniversary, or it could be our fall leadership conference, or next year's international convention, which will be our 51st year. But what a goal to set for yourself and your team to have 100 of your team members at an event. And because you'll be set for life. What if it was just that simple? Why not go for it? All right. And the other thing you said, tell us, we'll talk about this a little bit later, is that, again, guys, we the first week of the month, we do what we call the mad streak. In order to have a streak, you got to do it more than once, but you want to get mad. And for our new associates, that means you want to go out there and protect a family and or recruit an associate who buys a membership within your first week. You want to do it definitely within your first month or anytime, but we like to say, let's get that done the first week of the month, get it out the way. We call it get mad, make a difference. That's what MAD stands for. Make a difference in someone's life by recruiting them or protecting them with our services. And then the second week, between the time you get mad and the 15th, you want to set a goal to get Performance Club qualified. $100 in membership premium by the 15th. That's a good goal. So mad by the 7th, or today's the 6th, and many of you have already gotten mad. And then PC qualified, Performance Club qualified by the 15th, which happens to be this month, Mrs. Peaton's birthday, just so you guys know, which is been always a challenge. The 14th is Valentine's Day and the 15th is her birthday. So it's a very expensive couple of days for Mr. Peaton. So it always has been. But Miss Peaton taught me years ago, those are 2 separate events. Don't try to combine them. When we started dating in the beginning, I thought, I can combine this into just 2 events, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. No. So anyway, so 15th PC Performance Club qualified. Then the next 2 weeks as you close out the month, at least you should have a goal to go Performance Club Pro. Now, you may not hit Performance Club Pro, but while you're working on getting your Performance Club Pro, that's $200 in membership premium. You're also working with your associates to make sure they got MAD and Performance Club qualified, because if you start building a team of Performance Club qualified associates, you can also write yourself a check for financial freedom. I think you have 25 people in Performance Club. Mr. Dazzy and I were chatting this out on paper via Zoom. We were just blowing each other's minds about what that would look like in terms of numbers for your team. And if you guys should do that too, take a minute to write that out and put the numbers to it, and you'll be amazed at what kind of business you're going to have. It's just setting a goal to get 25 people on your team Performance Club qualified each and every month. You'll be set for life. All right, I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit off script tonight. All right, any other bright spots? I see you out there, Cindy Marvin. You got something you want to share?
I've got, one, congratulations to all my team that are on the call tonight, and everybody's getting signed up to go to convention. So congratulations to them. And woo! I just want to give you guys hope for a couple things. One, your family, because I know a lot of us would say our family may be our toughest sell, and we get no's and a lot of times. And one, just be patient. Because I was in Virginia 5 years ago at my cousin who turned 13 and had a bar mitzvah. And of course, when I'm with people, what do? I talk about Legal Shield. I didn't even remember that I did it. It's 5 years later. I get an email this last Thursday night, like 10:15 at night, from my cousin who we haven't talked in a long time, but we stay in touch, Christmas card, whatever, once in a while. He goes, Cindy, do you still have that Legal Shield business? Isaac got a traffic ticket and I had to pay $450. And if I remember correctly, you guys take care of that. And I've been taught that he needs a medical director if he's going off to college, right? And I email him back, sure enough. And he emails me and tells us, I spoke of you, because he emails me and says, well, I can't use my phone at work. He works for the federal government. We always say he's been in the CIA for years. And so you catch me driving in the car between 8 and 8:30 or after 5:30 because I can't take my phone into work. So it was funny.
Good stuff, guys. So look, friends and family, they'll come around, guys. You know, here's what I say: when just by sharing Legal Shield with them, even if they tell you no, you jinx them. That's what we do. You jinx them. They end up getting a ticket or having an issue happen where the Legal Shield membership could have benefited them, and they're going to be reminded that, hey, I should have got that membership from Cindy. I should have got the membership from Tillis. And you'll get them, guys. You know, everyone gets the membership at some point. So just keep following up and following through. That's why we say follow up every 3 months until they die or until they sign up, because they're going to sign up eventually. But thanks for sharing that, Cindy. It's not great bright spots. Anybody else? Anyone bright spots before we move on to our announcements tonight? Who else wants to
Mr.
chime in?
Peden,
Hey,
this
go
is
ahead, Felicia.
Felicia. How are you doing today?
Hey, Felicia, go for it. What you got to
Hey,
share?
I wanted to say that I had the opportunity to go to a Gold Rush tour this Saturday with Corey Muhammad because I'm out of the state of North Carolina, and he had Darnell Self speaking.
Wow.
It was an excellent event, but I want you to know that the Virginia market was on the lips of North Carolina because they're a little afraid that you guys are going to be beating them. And I had the privilege of being part of both great organizations because it's kind of funny because I was introduced to this company by Octavia Thomas, sponsor, and Dexter Gilbert, her sponsor. And then I'm connected through North Carolina, but I get my information from Virginia. So this is a nationwide opportunity to get as much support as you need. And, you know, I've been kind of observing for a while, but being in the mix and just seeing the great opportunities that are laying ahead, I'm excited. So I'm no longer a wallflower. Get ready for me. And it's great to be a part of something that's going to be bigger than all of us. And later on, we'll get a chance. We'll meet in OKC and I get to share some of my whys with everybody. But, you know, being here and listening and learning has been great. But just know North Carolina's a little afraid. They whispered it out loud and, you know, I think they thought they were too ahead of you. And then Darnell came out and he corrected them. But I appreciate it. I'm glad to be here and be part of this organization.
Well, thanks, Felicia. And Mr. Dazzy, Felicia, I'm no longer, I mean, I'm from Virginia. I now make my home, as you know, here in Mexico. But Mr. Dazzy, man, kudos to you and Tillis and the rest of the amazing leadership team there in Virginia for just grinding. I know you guys are always, you're leading the charge and leading that state to the top. But man, that's big ups right there. North Carolina's, you got them shaking in their boots, bro. Anything you want to say, Mr. Dazzy?
Yeah, don't take this butt whooping personal.
Well, beat you like you stole something. It's not personal, it's business.
It's not personal business. No, I'm so glad that you got a chance to attend that event. And that's what it's all about. You know, going to these live events, you know, can be invigorating, exciting, and can really, really, really inspire you to get your business moving in the right direction. And because you decide to take a leap of faith, because you decide to hang out there and learn from one of the greatest who ever played the game of Legal Shield, you know, you got a chance to have a great experience. So congratulations to you. Back over to you, sir.
Hey man, good stuff. You know what? And Felicia, that's not a little thing. You know, for everybody else, there's others on the call who I may be like Felicia. Just, you know, I'm just plugging in, kind of just seeing how it goes and see if this is really something I can see myself doing. Or maybe you have some people on your team who are that way. And the best thing you can do is do what Felicia did, guys. Just plug in. You know, my mentors, Woody and Fred Alexander, they said, look, they said the team call and like live events like the Super Saturday event, the Gold Rush event that Felicia went to, all of our live events, be it a Super Saturday, a weekly live business briefing, our Sunday calls, even our team hangouts, any opportunity you can get around the team. They said it's like a barrel fire. You know, a barrel fire, you know, like one of those big 50-gallon drums, someone starts a fire in it, and they say the closer you are to the barrel fire, the warmer you are, right? And so you want to stay close to the fire, but the farther away you get from the barrel fire, the colder you are. And so the best thing you can do for yourself and your team is make sure you get them plugged into all of our team communication. That could be our team group me chat, our team Facebook page, especially our Sunday night team call. And then obviously any live events in their local marketplace where they can meet and see other Legal Shield associates, people like themselves who are just getting started or having success. They can hear their stories and they can see themselves in the other person's shoes. And they hear those testimonies or people walking across the stage getting recognized and say, man, she's just like me. Or she's a school teacher just like me. Or he's a college student like myself. But you're only going to get that by plugging in and attending these live events in your local marketplace or plugging to the live events that we have online. So I'm sorry, but thanks for sharing that, Felicia. More than just for you, I hope that you probably inspire some others on the team tonight to recognize the importance of just getting out there and getting plugged in and getting inspired like you did to take some action and build a business. So, all right, guys, last call, last
Mr.
call.
Peter,
Hey,
it's
go
Miss
for it,
Kay.
Melissa. Go ahead, Miss
Yes,
Kay.
I just want to recognize my new recruit that's on. Miss Carmen Barnes is here.
Hey, Carmen,
We just
welcome to the
signed her
call. I
up
thought you
2
were going to
weeks
recognize
ago.
yourself, Miss Kay.
Yeah, and no, I signed up for OKC. I'm confirmed. I bought my flight. I signed up a new membership family. I did this week on the last day, which was Saturday.
Awesome.
And Carmen actually has a prospect recruit for Thursday. So I did a presentation for them.
Awesome. Of course you did. That's what you do. Well, congratulations. Thanks so much for sharing, Melissa. That's what it's all about, guys. And you know, she said she didn't just get registered for the convention. She bought her flight, booked her hotel. You know, anyone can buy a ticket, especially the ticket prices that we have. You know, the company's reduced this ticket just $50 for registration, and I think it may not be $50 anymore. And that's something Mr. Dash and I are going to talk to you guys about tonight too. But just another thing, you know, you're not going to the event unless you booked your accommodations and you booked a flight. You know, anyone could register for an event. In fact, we have lots of people who register for the event, and because they want to go, you know, they would like to go, but only the truly committed will book their airfare and book their accommodations. Then you're going. You got reservations. You got a ticket to fly. You're definitely going to the event, and those people, I believe, will get the most out of the event because they've made the decision to go. They're going to show up, and the event's just going to be fire. It's just going to be. I can't wait for the 50th anniversary celebration.
Mr. P.
The 17th of April. Go ahead, Mr. Harrington.
Yes, sir. Just wanted to welcome new associate, Mr. William Jones. He did his fast start class yesterday, and he's excited. He's on the call.
Hey, William, I think we introduced William last week on the call. I'm sure, Mr. Harrington, welcome. Congratulations on getting your fast start done, William. You're on your way. Now we just got to launch. Did you do a launch? I thought you guys had a launch schedule for William last week. Is that right, Mr. Harrington, or no?
We did, but we weren't able to complete it. So we're going to schedule it and get him fast start qualified this week.
That's what I'm talking about. We're not going to try. We're going to get him fast start qualified. So congratulations in advance, William, on getting fast start qualified. Congratulations again on taking your fast start training class yesterday. All right, guys. Anybody else just dying to share a bright spot? Oh, I see you, Regina. I see your hands up. Go ahead, Regina.
Yes, sir. I recruited a young lady out of Georgia on the 31st, and she has done her fast start training. She's recruited. We signed up her first recruit last night, and she's done her fast start training. She just needs one more membership to qualify. And her name is Kiara. She'll be on next week. She's doing drill this weekend.
Gotcha. Well, fantastic. Congratulations on your new associate and her getting fast start qualified. I'm just going to go ahead and speak it into existence because she's already got it done.
Yes.
One more membership, she'll be done. Congratulations. That's a bonus for her and a matching bonus for you. Congratulations. Everybody's starting to recruit now. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Recruiting is the name of the game here at Prosperity Partners. With that said, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a bow on our bright spots and jump right into our announcements tonight. Or unless anybody else just dying to share a bright spot before we move on. Going once, going twice. All right, so we're going to move into our announcement segment, guys, and then we're going to move into our training segment. We got some great announcements, and then we've got a little bit of training tonight to share with you. But of course, many of you participated in last week's session 1 of our core training that Mr. Dazzy and I did last Wednesday, and we saw a lot of great comments in the group meet chat on the Facebook page about the core training. Thank you guys for your comments. But the best thing you could do to show your appreciation for the training you got last week is to plug yourself and your team into this coming Wednesday's session 2 of the core training, where we're going to be talking about our products, our memberships, and how to number one, how to really understand them, and then how to simply and easily share them and enroll members, literally create money out of thin air by just simply sharing a few, maybe a 1 or 2 minute story with them. But anyway, be plugged into Wednesday Score Training. We'll talk about that a little bit later on tonight as well. Mr. Dazzy, over to you, sir, for any announcements you want to share.
All right, all right. Well, hey, new month, new mindset, new excitement, and new goals. First of all, I want to say congratulations to each and every single one of you on all the incredible things that you guys are doing. It is exciting to see the growth of this amazing team. You know, you guys are rock and rolling and exploding, and my hat goes off to you, even though I don't have one on, my virtual hat. Okay, but many great things taking place here in the world of Legal Shield, should I say, or PPLSI. And, you know, one of the biggest announcements came from Mr. Don Thompson this weekend. And I tell you what, you know, I think there's no better person to share that announcement than Mr. Don Thompson himself. And so I'm going to go ahead and play this for everyone so we can make sure we know what's going on this week.
But let's talk about this week. As we just had our Love to Build Challenge, February 1st to the 5th, you know, what is this week? It is Super Bowl week. I mean, we have a big event on Sunday, right? I mean, the whole world comes together. Super Bowl Sunday. We know that you're going to have friends and family over. You're going to be watching the big game on Sunday. So we want to have some fun. You know, this business is fun. Let's have some fun. Let's have a Super Bowl event of our own on Sunday. So guess what we're going to do? On Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, before the Super Bowl, you know, as you're getting ready for the Super Bowl and you got all that excitement and you got people over, we're going to go live on Facebook Success. And we are going to pull out 10 winners, and we're going to spin the wheel right there on Facebook Success live with everybody. I'm going to spin the wheel, and there's going to be prizes on that wheel that range from $100 to $200 to $500 to $1,000. To the trip to Maui will be on the wheel. And here's how you get your drawing. You recruit a new associate this week. So today, February 6th, until Saturday, February 12th, not only can you get people started for $50, and when they get their very first membership, they're going to get that right back, but we're going to give you tickets again to another drawing, and we're going to do it live on Facebook Success, on Super Bowl Sunday before the big game. And here's what I would do. You have friends and family over. I'd say, hey, I've got to do something for, you know, for the business that I'm in. We're actually giving away a trip to Maui right now. I'm in the drawing. You know, I could win $1,000. I could win Maui. I got to see if I get pulled right here and show them. Guess what they're going to be asking you? What's this about? How do you get a trip to Maui? How do you get $1,000? And so here's a great way to start a conversation with all those people you have over for Super Bowl Sunday for the big game. So we're going to do it right before the game, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. You want to tune in to PPLSI Facebook Success. And remember, you get a ticket in the hopper for every new associate you get started this week. And in order for all these drawings, remember, a membership must be attached to the associate. So make sure that you recruit that new associate and they're already a member or they're getting a new membership in order for you to count them for this drawing for our Super Bowl week, our Super Bowl challenge this week.
Man, Mr. Dazzy, did I hear that right? And maybe you might have to go back and slide and show that one screen where he puts up that he talks about the number of entries you get. But you recruit a new associate this week, they get to come in for $50. They market their first membership. They don't have to do it this week, but we would like them to, but they don't have to, but they market their first membership. They get their $50 associate fee back. Is that right?
That's what it is, Mr. Peden. That is what it is. I mean, I'm just saying, look, we can't make this stuff up. We can't make this stuff up. You know, hit hard and you can win big. Again, you know, you get one personal network membership, you get an entry into the drawing. You recruit, you get a recruit with the membership, you get 3 entries in the drawing. They're giving away $100, $200, $500, $1,000, a trip to Maui, many, many prizes that 10 people are going to get right before the Super Bowl game. Family, this is it. Look, the company has never done this before where, hey, you can get started with the company, you enroll your first member, and then we're going to give you the $50 back. First of all, it's a miracle that it's $50. Let me just explain that to you, okay? We paid $249 back in the day. You know, many people paid $199 maybe, but $50, and then we're gonna give you your $50 back once you enroll your first member. Understand this, family. This is where they get that belief check. Because when they get that check that hits their bank account, a deposit from Legal Shield, guess what they're saying? Oh my gosh, this is real. And you know what? They're going to want to go do it again and again and again. And you might have your new business partner who just got started having some entries into the drawing, having their names pulled out of the hopper or spinning the wheel and all that good stuff. I'm just saying. So look, like he said, we want to have some fun, and you want to have some fun. This is the time to get really serious and really focus about recruiting, because recruit, don't get it out of order. This is how you build and grow a big business. It's about new people getting new people who get new people. That's all you want to do. You know, it's funny, Mr. Pete, and you know, we had Miss Elizabeth Gardner yesterday, and she was just talking about, and this is probably the same for you, sir, same for me. She was just saying how chances are when you recruit somebody, you know, they're not going ED. It's when you taproot. It's when you go down beneath the surface to find out who they know and who they know and who they know. That's where you find your superstars. There's no doubt about it. I can tell you this right now. Shucks, you know, most of the executive directors who we've ever had, you know, I didn't recruit them personally. They came from somebody who I recruited, and then we launched them, and they recruited somebody, and they recruited somebody, and they recruited somebody, and maybe 5 or 6, 7, sometimes 10 levels deep, you might find a leader there. And so that's what it's all about. It's not just about recruiting for the people who you're going to get right now and for today. It's about finding out who they know. It's about launching them. It's about taprooting, because you'll never know. You might find your next executive director there, your next ring earner there. Am I right, Mr. Peden?
It's all about recruiting, and we've been talking about that for weeks, guys. In fact, that's our focus. We're steering the ship, the team ship towards the recruiting side, because that's where all of our dreams and goals are going to come from, building a big team. We've got to focus on recruiting, and we're going to be talking about that. We're going to continue to, we're going to train you on how to do that simply and easily. I mean, that's back to this announcement. I mean, I focus on the $50, that new associate gets your $50 back, but that little slide you had up there says, if you protect a family this week, which is what we do, guys, many of you are protecting 2 and 3 and 4 families a week, but if you protect just one family this week between now and what, Saturday, is that right? Between now, what are the dates? Between now and Saturday, you get 1 entry into the Super Bowl drawing. You recruit an associate who has a membership, either a new membership or they already had maybe they're a member, then you end up recruiting them as an associate. As long as they have a membership, then you get 3 drawings, 3 entries into the drawing. They're going to pull 10, they're going to pick 10 people and then spin the wheel 10 times. So 10 people, 10 winners. And who knows? I mean, you could win a trip to Maui, you could win a $1,000 bonus, $500, whatever they have on that wheel. But all you've got to do is protect one family. And by the way, you get paid to protect the family. Recruit associate. Right. Oh, by the way, you get paid to recruit associate because they bought a membership. And you might, and they might, you're going to help them get faster and qualified. And they might market a membership, get your $50 back, of which you are getting an override. And when they fast or qualify, they'll get a $300 bonus, and you'll get a bonus, a matching bonus. It's just exciting, y'all. This is great. Protect it, they're just saying, look, we're gonna give you an added incentive to do what you should be doing anyway, protecting families and recruiting associates. That's the bottom line here. 1 drawing for a membership, 3 drawings for a new associate this week, guys. And
that's it.
You can win, spin to win. All right, back to the.
Not to mention, Mr. Peter, you know, and we've already heard this, but we'll go over it again. You know, we got the Gold Rush Builder Challenge that's taking place. Game Day Recruiting Blitz. You know, it takes place between January and March of 2022. We had so much success, Mr. Peden, so much success in the company when it came to recruiting last month that the company says, hey, you know what? We're going to expand this a little bit. So again, you know, we already know, hey, you recruit 5 new associates, you got to have a minimum of $200 in personal premium. You'll get a $250 cash bonus on stage at the 50th year birthday bash, as I like to call it, the international conference. And you get 2 tickets in a hopper for the Gold Dodge Challenger that they're giving away. Okay, recruit 10 new associates personally. You get a $500 bonus, and you get 5 tickets into the drawing for that beautiful gold Dodge Challenger that the company is giving away. For those people who are really movers and shakers, look, you recruit 15 new associates and have a minimum of 600 in personal premium. And you're talking about 600 personal premium, again, across 3 months. You know, some of you do more than 600 in premium per month, right? You get $1,000 bonus plus 10 tickets into the drawing for that gold Dodge Challenger. But here's where the expansion has come, because there are people who have already surpassed the 15 new associates. I mean, some people are like, oh, nobody's going to do that. Are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. We used to do 10 recruits in our sleep per month. I mean, it wasn't even a thought. You know, am I right, Ms. B? I mean, we didn't even think about it. It just happened, right? And so understand this. There are people who are rock and rolling. There are people who got their eye on the prize. So now, you know, the company says, look, we got to extend this thing. So if you decide to do 20 new associates, have a minimum of 800 in personal premium, you'll get $1,250 bonus paid to you plus 15 tickets paid. I mean, 15 tickets in a hopper for that gold Dodge Challenger. Do 25 recruits, you'll get a $1,500 bonus plus 20 tickets into the drawing for that gold Dodge Challenger. And then if you're really moving and shaking, 30 new associates between, again, January and March. You know, you're talking 10 recruits a month. That's it. I could tell you, look, Brian Carruthers, and I know we hear him all the time. And look, Brian Carruthers doesn't have to recruit a soul. He does not, I promise you. But Brian Carruthers got 13 recruits last month. 13. Wow. Okay. But if you do 30 recruits, that's 10 recruits a month, give or take, right? $2,000 bonus plus 25 entries into the drawing for that gold Dodge Challenger. You know, not to mention, you know, we just talked about this here. So look, I mean, everything leads to the same place. And everything works for our good. We just got to get busy. And don't even get me started on the Maui trips that they're giving away. They gave away 2 Maui trips today. Wow. 2 people got all expense paid vacations for 2 into Maui, Hawaii. So you got to get excited about that, family. You got to keep your eye on the prize. And the very last thing that I'm going to talk about, family, is the International Conference, Legal Shield's 50th year, our 50th year birthday bash. Look, you want to be at the birthday party. I remember when Mr. Peden turned 50, he had this nice birthday bash. I wanted to be at the party. I wanted to be in the action. I wanted to be in the midst of it, right? There you look, there's only 150, right? This is the golden celebration here. And you want to make sure that you're there. I'm telling you, with the stuff that the company has planned for this event, it's like nothing that we've ever seen before. You're going to be on the edge of your seat the whole entire time. You're going to get a chance to learn from some of the best in Legal Shield. This business will go from your head to your heart because we're going to make you fall in love, right? And everybody knows what it's like to fall in love, right? There's nothing like that, especially when it's fresh, new love, okay? And so you're going to fall in love with this company. I'm telling you, you just got to be there. You know, I don't care if you get there by bus, train, or automobile. You can start walking now if you want to, but you've got to be there, family. Mr. Peden said it best earlier today. He said, you are not going to the conference if you don't have your what? Your hotel accommodations and your airfare. But you know what I like to say, Mr. Peden? Get the flight. Get the flight. Just get the flight. You get the flight, everything else will figure itself out. I promise you. You got a flight, you're gonna be there. So maybe you got your registration done already. Okay. Maybe you're still looking at accommodations, but I'll say this. If you registered for the conference, the next thing I want you to start looking for is your flight. Secure your flights now. Flights are actually relatively cheap right now. Now you can get a deal in the steal. Don't wait to the last minute because then the flight becomes some ungodly, unbelievable price. You're like, you know what? I'm not going. Look, it's one thing to be there virtually, which is cool, but there's nothing like being there in person. Let me tell you something. When we got together in person, our team got together in person in April because we said, you know what? We want to get the whole team together. We want that energy, that synergy, that bond. Let me tell you, next thing you know, Benita Cruz goes senior director, went from manager to senior director in literally just 5 short days.
Weeks.
No, 10 days.
Yeah,
10 days.
and then
right? You found, who else went ED? I want to say Sharon James goes executive director. I want to say coming out of that event, you had Erica Rowe, who goes senior director or something like that month or so, or that following month. All in all, I'm just gonna say this. Look, I can't remember. I shouldn't have called name, but we had like 5 people who went to ED because they got a chance to experience the convention with the family. I'm just saying, look, this is PPLSI's 50th anniversary. The whole family's gonna be there. The whole family's gonna be there, and you want to be a part of it. Now, chances, Pete, and I'm preaching to the choir. Chances are I am, but the question is, who are you bringing with you? You know, it's funny because on the slide, we see it every single day when we're doing this. It says, you know, you help 25 people on your team to protect one family a week with the 6490 plan, 4 people a month, and you'll earn $120. Do you believe that? That's the roadmap.
$120,000.
That's the success. That's the gateway to success. How do you get people to do that? Get them to the international conference, and I promise you, this business will go from their heads to their hearts. They will feel what you feel. They will learn what you learn, and they'll be fired up like you're fired up. And before you know it, you'll be making that kind of money in your business. So those are the announcements, Mr. Peden. I turn it back over to you, sir.
Well, thanks, Mr. Dazzy. Guys, if you're fired, you can tell Mr. Dazzy is absolutely fired up. I just keep thinking, you said the company gave away 2 Maui trips today. It's like they got an abundance of them. They got them in the back. These are not, guys, these are $6,000 vacations. They're giving away like candy. Now they're just giving them away. You got to do something. And Mr. Dazzy, those 2 people that won those trips today, that announced on the leadership show, what do they have to do to win those trips? I'm just trying to, people think, oh, there's no way I could do this. I just don't know if I could do it. But what do they have to do? Did they do something special today? These 2 people that won, 2 people won a trip for 2. That's not, brothers.
Mr. Peden, all they had to do was what we do, right? We protect families and we recruit new business partners. That's all we do, right? These people were out there recruiting a few people here, a few people there. You know, chances are they probably just had 1 recruit, just 1, and they still got that trip, you know. And I think that personally, I think that these trips right here will be more than $6,000, you know, per trip, to be honest.
Because you got to go to Hawaii. You got to cross that big ocean to get to Hawaii, y'all. I mean, just the tickets to Hawaii are expensive. But Mr. Daz, again, we're not beating this drum. I mean, we are beating the drum, guys. If there's nothing, you might say, man, we got it. Y'all beating this horse to death on Oklahoma. But you know what? I hope you feel that way. That means that we are doing our job, because we know what will happen to your business if you go, what could happen to your business if you go. If you commit to going and you go with the right attitude, it could change your life. Shada Block just put it in the chat that she went to Phoenix. She came convicted because big decisions are made at the big events. She left that event 30 days later, went executive director after being part-time for the last 4.5 years. And then she's earning twice as much many months on her Legal Shield part-time business. She earns full-time on her job that she's had for many years. So big decisions are made at big events. So if you feel like we're shoving this convention down your throat, I hope you do, not because we don't get any extra bonuses or any extra props even if you go, but we know what can happen because we know the power of the synergy, especially a big event in person. It's another thing we've had a couple of times in the last 2 years, we've had the event virtually on Zoom or on whatever the virtual platform the company uses, but we haven't had an international convention live in person in over 2 years.
Hey,
and
Russell?
This is going to be our 50th anniversary. So this is going to be extra, extra special. I'm sorry, go ahead, Cindy.
Yeah, well, last week you talked a lot about the why. And if you even have an inkling of your why, if you really have a why that you want to accomplish, you got to be there. It will help your why come true. I mean, just to tie those 2 things, all the training you guys did about how important that is. And it means something to us personally. If you really feel like you want to accomplish it, just go for it. Be there. You will be a year ahead or more, and it will make your why blossom in front of you. Unbelievably so.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Peden, I got to piggyback off of what she said, because, Miss Elizabeth Gardner, by the way, she's a $600,000 ring earner, Millionaire Club member. She's got every title accolade you can possibly think of. and she was just sharing that she normally, when she's training on the why, she says she has two whiteboards. On one of the whiteboards, she wants you to put all of your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, everything you want. On the second board, she doesn't put anything on there. You leave it blank. And every time you make a decision not to attend your virtual open house, every time you make a decision not to attend a national conference, you put a black mark. Basically, you're canceling your dream out. You're canceling your goal out. Because every decision we make will determine if you accomplish those goals, those dreams, those aspirations, those things you set up for, or not. I mean, super important. I mean, every time we make a decision and say, oh, I know they've got the Sunday night call tonight, but you know what? I'm gonna go hang out with this. It's funny because Mr. Peter, we had almost 70 people on the training call on Wednesday, and we were happy about that. But why do we only have 46 people who are plugged in tonight? It's because they're not as engaged. They do not understand that every time you play hooky, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, everything you want will play hooky on you too, and rightfully so. No pun intended. Just saying.
Good. Hey, Mr. Nez, with that said, I know we got to move. We're running short on time. A couple of things before we close out the call tonight, guys. Big announcement that we want to share. Just I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, Mr. Nez, then we'll make this big announcement, guys. Yeah, as many of you, some of you requested it, and we decided to make the announcement. So effective immediately, and obviously I don't mean effective tomorrow, but effective immediately, all of our Team Prosperity Partner team calls and presentations will be on tpphangout.com. So that means tonight's call, for example, next Sunday, you just go to tpphangout.com, where we thought this will make it much simpler for all of us, all of you and your new team associates, to just say, hey, everything is at tpphangout.com. So what you see up on the screen is our new TPP live event flyer. I don't know what you want to call it. We haven't come up with a cool, fancy name for it yet. But basically, this is a digital flyer. We're going to post it right in the GroupMe chat. Someone's probably already taken a screenshot and already beat me to it. But I'm going to post this image right into our GroupMe chat and our Facebook page. Download it to your phone or iPad or computer. Have it with you so you can share it with your team members. When someone say, "What's the link to that call?" Send them this document. Not just so they can have, obviously you can text them, it's just tpphangout.com, but send them this flyer, this little digital flyer. It's not a very big file. You can text it, email it to someone very simply, but look, we put all of our team calls on one flyer. Some of you didn't know, there's a Monday planning call that takes place every day of the week, Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. It's run by Ms. Tilla Salazar, our Platinum Executive Director, our team new Platinum Executive Director, and a couple other leaders on the team. They run that call. It's a planning call where you plan out your day, kind of set your intention for the day, and then you come back the next day and talk about how you did and set your intention for the next day. But it's a great call, great way to start your day every morning at 8:30 a.m. Tell us anything you want to quickly say about that call, how important it is. I appreciate you being willing to open that call up. You've been doing that call. It's one of the things that was vital to your team's success, and you've been willing to just open that up to the entire team to be able to benefit from if they want to, and just plug in and listen. Anything you want to say, Tillis?
Yes, Mr. Peyton, thank you so much. Yeah, so guys, really this call is planning, and it's not a lot of discussion beforehand. You just want to come on, you want to have the right energy when you come on. So please, have your cameras on, don't be sleeping. This is not one of these things where, you're just going to come on and listen. It is participation. So if you want to join the call, then you have to plan the night before. Don't come to the Mr. Valance is very serious about that. We don't want your excuses. We don't care about the dog ate the homework. You got to come planned and ready for your day. Cameras on and energy right, and just set up to win that day. It's about 30-minute call, and after we finish telling our plan for the day, we do post it in a GroupMe so that you can be held accountable. And then we will do some reading. We have a book that we usually discuss on a call. Right now, we're reading Performance Habits. I got it around here somewhere because I'll be reading tonight. And usually myself, Mr. Valance, Mr. Dazzy will talk about, you know, the habit that we're talking about or whatever book that we have that we're reading. And participation is key, guys. You have to read the book. This is not one of those calls, again, where you're just going to come and listen. You know, we will call you out. My team knows that. And so, so Mr. Peden asked me, and I agreed to open it up. I know it's early for some of you guys that are not
Unless you're on the West Coast.
right? But I tell you what, if you want to win, then you got to plan, because if you don't plan, then you plan to fail. So if you really want to win, you're welcome to join us. But it is a serious call, and not everybody survives. Only the strong survive. We had some people to come on and now they're not there. But I heard April Hurst, one of my mentors, say one time, she'd rather talk to 2 people than a bunch of people that aren't doing anything. 2 people that are really serious. So I've kind of taken that philosophy. Mr. Daz has spanked me a couple of times because I was like, oh man, I'm not doing this call no more. And he's like, no, you have to keep this call going. So so you guys get to benefit because he actually told me I have to keep this thing going. So so you are definitely welcome to join us. But I'll tell you this, not everybody on our team gets on the call, but all the winners that you hear being recognized every single week are on the call.
There you go. You want to be a winner. You want to hang out with winners.
You want to hang out with
thanks
winners.
again for your time and energy for managing that call, hosting that call. It's a commitment, guys. Here, another simple discipline, guys. Easy to do. Hop on that call, 30 minutes. Even if you're in the Central Time Zone, Mountain Time Zone. I mean, if you're on the West Coast, that's 5:30 in the morning. We can make like
Medi gets on every single morning.
Medi gets on the call. He's in the Pacific. I mean, but you can use that as you go. That's 5:30 in the morning. That's super early. But you can get on for 30 minutes and go back. You could go back to sleep after if you want to. That's what a winner would do. That's what a leader would do. So you know what? I'm going to get on this call, set my expectation, my accountability, and put it out there so I can be held accountable to it. And then you can go back to bed if you want to. If I'm talking about, don't go back to bed because you're gonna be after that call, you're gonna be so ready to go. Just go out there and start making your exposures, your follow-up. But that's gonna be a great call. I'm so glad that Tillis has committed to that. She's doing the call whether or not, but now we're just gonna allow the entire team to benefit from what's allowed her team to have so much momentum. Who's that? Samuel? Thank you for your life. Appreciate that. All right, guys, as you can see, so that's a call. That's a TPP hangout. It hasn't been, but Tillis has kindly said, you know what, we can direct everyone to TPP hangout. So if you've been on that call, don't get on the regular link, go to TPP hangout tomorrow, and you'll be at the same call Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Our live recruiting presentations, or we call them hangouts, right? Our new schedule is Monday nights, Tuesday night, and Thursday night. Monday night and Tuesday night will be one of our top leaders or top executive directors will be hosting, like myself, Ms. Arnisha Murphy, Ms. Elize, Sharon James, Mr. Dazzy, Mr. Valance. Any one of our amazing hangout leaders will be doing those calls every Monday and Tuesday. And then Thursday, as you heard, and if you're on Thursdays to hang out, then we have a special guest speaker now every Thursday, kicked off last Thursday. So we have 3 live Zoom presentations. This is one that you can invite your guests to, and your associates can invite their guests to have their prospects hear about the incredible company, concepts, and opportunity that we have here at Legal Shield. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 6:45 p.m. at tpphangout.com. Our core training that we launched last Wednesday, it had its own link last Wednesday. Forget about that. Starting this Wednesday, it's going to be at tpphangout.com. And then, of course, this call every Sunday night at 8 p.m., tpphangout.com, starting next Sunday. So starting tomorrow, or as soon as they hang up this call tonight, every call that we do as a team, you just go to TPP Hangout. So what was the link to that call? Just go to TPP Hangout. And you have that's why you want to have this flyer so you know when these calls are and when to plug into them, and more importantly, when to plug your team into these calls. Maybe you can't get on that Monday call because you're at work or something like that, but you can let your team members know about it, right? Maybe they can get on the planning call and while you're sleeping or while you're working. You imagine having your team members on that call, listening and learning from the leaders who have momentum and in their business, and learning. All I got to do is just make an intention and a commitment to make some exposures today, and they do the same thing. And And now you have some leaders in your team who are doing these simple disciplines. So anyway, so that's the call. That's everything. I just want to make that announcement. We've got to go. We were going to get into a couple of our 10 core commitments tonight, but I want to make sure this is the biggest announcement we want to make tonight, is that we're changing all of our team calls to one link, tpphangout.com. Now the Sunday call will continue to be recorded as it is right now. Every Sunday that we'll post the recordings in our group meet chat on our Facebook page every week. But our hangout calls aren't recorded, and our courts training will. I mean, you've asked, well, that training from last week, is it recorded? Yes, it will. But we are going to start archiving all of our recordings on our team Facebook group page. I've got my assistant this week. She's going to download all of the recordings that we have stored on our Zoom account that we store all of our Sunday night team calls and any other trainings that we do. We're going to start storing all of them. They're all going to be categorized by date in the archive on our Facebook page. It's going to save us a ton of money because we just have way too many calls, and Zoom they just want to charge way too much money to keep storing our recorded calls for us. So just a lot of new changes, I know, but just it's all for the good of the entire team and you as well. But we're making all these changes, but you get the benefit from all these amazing changes that we're making here at the team. But most importantly, you've got this new flyer. If it's not already in the group meet, I'm going to post it in the group meet as soon as we're done here, so you can have this flyer and be reminded about it. But most importantly, guys, let's get on the horn. Let's get our folks invited out to the live events this week. Tomorrow night's hangout and any other live events that may be taking place in your marketplace tomorrow night. Tuesday night's hangout and any other live events that may be taking place in your local marketplace. Wednesday night's core training. Mr. Daz and I have put a lot of time and energy to making sure this training is just as powerful as last week's. This is going to be even better, I think, because he and I were just talking about it, man, it's going to be out of sight. If you want to deep dive into what these services are, how they work and how they benefit people, but more importantly, how to simply and easily share it with others so they see the value and want to buy it from you immediately, be on Wednesday night's core trainings. That's 7 o'clock Eastern time. And again, it's right there on the flyer. If you don't worry about the time, don't worry about the link. It's all right there on the flyer for you and your teammates. Anything else, Mr. Daz, before we go?
No, sir. Let's just go. You know, we got these great incentives on the table. This is the week to get it done. Stay focused. Let's pack the house out tomorrow night. And on Tuesday, we can't let such great incentives just go by. You know, we always been something.
Look, I'm already on the list. Mrs. Pete and I are already on the list to go to Maui. Odds are, as long as we don't screw up and nothing happens, Mrs. Pete and I we're going to Maui in July. I don't know if any of you are not on that list or going to Maui yet. Here's how you can get yourself to Maui. Protective family this week. I know Miss Alizé is on the list, Mr. Daz is on the list, Ms. Klein is on the list. A lot of our leaders are on that list. And if you're not on that list, and you don't know what list I'm talking about, then you need to, here's what you need to do. You need to protect a family this week. Recruit an associate. You get 3 entries into the 10 drawings this coming on Super Bowl Sunday by recruiting 1 associate with the membership. If you protect a family and recruit an associate with the membership, you get 4. And it's not like you're going to go, hey, you can only recruit 1 person this week. That's right. There's no limit on how many associates they can recruit this week. So if they recruit 2 associates, they get 6 entries into the drawing. If they recruit 3, they get 9. Man. If you protect a family, you get 1. If you protect 2, you get 2. I'm going to get some entries into the drawing. Not because I want to win I've already earned a trip to Maui, but I just want to be in the mix. And I want them to pull my name, because I'm just going to manifest it. I don't care if I win $100, but I'm gonna be one of those 10 names they pull on next Sunday. So with that said, guys, have a phenomenal week. We'll see you on tomorrow night's hangout, Tuesday night's hangout. Definitely see you on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time for session 2 of our Prosperity Partners core training. Have a phenomenal week, everyone. We'll see you this week at our team events. Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right,
Good night,
bye.
everyone.
Good night.